Hello, friends. Welcome back to Medical Tidbits. In this current pandemic, PPEs got very high importance when we are attending the patient wards, ICUs, and isolation centers. And PPE doesn't mean that it only useful for medical professionals. It will be used for all people who they come across occupational related hazards. So in this video, I will explain about all PPEs, their use, and there is a special focus on medical masks and papers. Coming to the PPEs, these are designed to protect against different kinds of occupational hazards like metal or chemical splashes, impact fall, radiation, gas and vapor, contaminated dust, noise, electrical work, wet and slippery surfaces, temperature extremes, oxygen deficiency atmospheres, and airborne droplets. Occupational Safety and Health Administration is an agency of the U.S. Department of Labor. It set some of the recommendations about the quality of PPEs. One should meet or equivalent to the standards developed by American National Standards Institute as well. Remember always, protection offered by the PPEs should be greater than the required. PPEs include like PPEs for eyes, face, head, and extremities, and it may be in the form of protective clothing or respiratory devices, protective shields, or barriers. PPEs are routinely used by all industrial labor or employees, medical and paramedical professionals to prevent themselves from occupational related hazards. So that's why our routine work through survey should include like sources of electricity, like sources of high temperature, chemical used in the workplace, harmful dust, radiation, sources of radiation, and the potential for falling or dropping objects, and sharp objects that may poke or cut or stab or puncture the employer, or biological hazards such as blood or other potential infected material. Coming to the healthcare workers, they face biological hazards in form of respiratory droplets, contaminated body fluids like blood, urine, CSF, either during elective or emergency procedures or medical procedures. And so they need to take all precautions, particularly they need to wear appropriate PPEs accordingly. So, medical mask, waterproof gowns, double gloves, eye protection in form of goggles or face shields, boots, all these are in common for all healthcare workers. Coming to the medical masks, there are different kind of medical masks are there, either reusable, disposable one, insulating type, or a filtration type one, or respiratory type one. And the like medical mask capacity can be measured in terms of like biological filtration efficiency, that is BEF, or full face protection value, that is FFP. FFP1 is at the lower level of mask, it is used to protect from dust. Filtration capacity is only 80%. And FFP2 is recommended for all biological hazards. So most of the times medical professionals will use FFP2 type of medical mask. Filtration capacity here is 90 to 95%. FFP3 is high grade mask, and these are used for occupational hazards like asbestos or silicon exposure. Here filtration capacity is 99%, and leakage is very less, that is less than 2%. And also medical masks can be categorized depending upon their oil resistance capacity, like N category, P and R category. Like N category is, that is no oil resistance, and R category is oil resistant, and P category is completely oil resistant. Again, it is further divided into 95, 99, 100 depending on their filtration capacity. N95, N99 and FFP2 level masks are most commonly used in pandemics. Here you can see the picture of a medical mask or surgical mask. This is three-layered mask, and middle one is N95 and other one is face shield. Here I wanted to highlight the differences between surgical masks and N95 masks. These both are disposable masks, and surgical masks are tested and approved by US FDA, and it protects against droplets, sprays, splashes that contain germs, and it is loosely fitting and does not filter very small particles, and it is a single time use only, and it is available as only single size. And N95 masks are tested and approved by OSHA, and it's protect against airborne particles, viruses, bacteria, and it is a tight fitting type of mask, and at least 95% of the airborne particles, like both large and small particles, will be filtered, and it can be reused and discarded once it is contaminated or damaged, and it is available as three sizes: small, medium and large size. Here you can see the picture of FFP without respirator and FFP with respirator. FFP with respirator, that blue color one is respirator. It contains a filter that needs to be changed regularly. Coming to the head protection, in general, these protective helmets or hard hats should do the following, like it should resist penetration by objects, and it should absorb the shock of a blow, or it should be water resistant and slow burning, and it is different type like safety helmets and head caps or hard hats are available. Coming to the hard hats, these are again classified into class A, B, C. Class A it protects from impact and penetration type of forces, and but limited protection against electrical hazards. Class B offers highest level of protection against electrical hazards. Class C is very lightweight and it offers protection against impact type of forces but no protection against electrical hazards. Here you can see the pictures of head protection. This is one come with head hood with face seal, and other one is hard hat. And coming to the eye protection, most of the times protections will be used by carpenters, electricians, mechanics and plumbers, in form of safety goggles, safety spectacles, face shield, welding shield, laser safety goggles. Here remember plate thickness should be depending upon the impact at workplace. You can see the pictures of safety glasses and safety glasses with the UV protection here. And coming to the hearing protection, selection of the PP should depend upon duration of the noise exposure and sound level in decibels. Earplugs offers protection against noise level between 15 to 20 decibels and earmuffs between 20 to 30 decibels. You can see the pictures of both. Coming to the arm and hand protection, arms should be protected against different type of varying type of chemicals and harmful liquids, electrical sources, so that it should be made up of either rubber or plastic. Or rubber, different kinds of rubber is there: natural rubber, butyl, neoprene, nitrile, and fluorocarbons. And plastic, maybe different kinds of plastic is there made up of polyvinyl chloride, polyvinyl alcohol, and polyethylene. You can see here different kinds of gloves. And coming to the foot and leg protection. Foot protection, different kinds of safety shoes are available. Gum shoes are there, shoe covers, leggings in form of metatarsal guards and toe guards are available. For full body protection also, different kinds of suits are available: aluminized suits, fire proximity suits, and made up of leather, rubber, rubberized fabrics, neoprene and plastic. Here you can see the flame resistant vest and total body PPE here. Coming to the respiratory protective equipment, we can divide it into respirators. That means these are called air purifiers. And the second category is breathing apparatus. That means air will be supplied here. Most of the times, the breathing apparatus will be used in industrial needs, industrial purposes. Respirators can be used by medical professionals as well as industrial purposes, and again categorized by unpowered and powered category. In unpowered category, it contains a filter that attaches to a mask. It protects the person from contaminated air. The filters can be changed either or it can be a single used depending on the work or duration of the exposure. Coming to the powered respirators, these are called PAPRs or powered air purifying respirators. Use of PAPRs now becomes common, used by medical professionals who are working in the current pandemic, like attending duties in isolation wards or COVID ICUs, where the contaminated air is present in high density. PAPR is a motorized respiratory system that uses a lightweight belt-mounted motor fan unit that draws contaminated air through a filter and supplies a continuous flow of clean air directed to the various breathing zone. Many different PAPR configurations are available. Most of them include a headpiece, breathing tube, motor blower unit, battery, filter or cartridge, and low flow or pressure indicator, low and full battery charging indicator, and one operational switch will be there. Air respirators are designed to deliver clean air to the worker. The air can be supplied from either high pressure compressor, low pressure pumps, or cylinders. You can see in this picture, these are the different type of PAPRs. In first picture, you can see that blower unit with attached battery, and in second picture, you can see the PAPR helmet with battery attached. And in third picture, you can see another different type of PAPR helmet and with battery attached to it. Depending on the work environment, duration of the work, the employers needs to select the breathing tube type, filter type, and battery duration. You can see the second picture, the arrow marks are showing that clean air that is entering into the helmet, PAPR helmet. It will create that positive pressure. Remember, this positive pressure should be above the ambient pressure. Remember, when we are using these PAPRs, air pressure should be measured time to time, or if person who is wearing feels like any fluctuations in air pressure or fall in air pressure, we need to change the battery that is indicated by the low pressure indicator on the helmet. Air pressures can be measured in the area of the nose or mouth and inside the respiratory inlet. Depending upon the filtration efficiency, these PAPRs also categorized as PAPR 95, PAPR 100. Remember, each PAPR equipped with a battery shell contain an indicator to show when the battery is fully charged, and a low battery indicator, and it will indicate that when battery is low. And flow ratings also clearly displayed on the respiratory units. Most of the times the paper use 120 to 175 liter per minute of flow. Now let's see how to assemble these papers. He is Dr. Datar, my friend, working as critical care specialist in USA. This is the paper helmet. You can see multiple black holes behind the white cushion which he is attaching now. From these holes, clean air enters into the helmet. Now he is attaching this disposable face shield to the paper helmet. Now paper helmet is ready for use. Once we wear the complete full body PPE, helmet can be fixed to the head by using the screw behind it. Yeah, this is the paper wire. It goes to the battery. It can be easily unlocked by using a pressing button over there. There is a screw behind the paper helmet. By rotating it, the paper can be tightened onto the head. Once we connect the wire to the battery, it gives an indicator. Here you can see the green color light. It shows a charging status of the battery in form of vertical bars. This is complete donning of paper. Thank you, Dr. Datar, for giving me your precious time in taking this selfie video. So viewers, for current COVID-19 related updates, please do subscribe Medical Tidbits. Thanks for watching. Thank you.